Hi everyone, my name is Megan Brown and I'm an educator at the Bruce Museum. I would like to welcome you to our Digital Family Day, Earth Day. Today I would like to introduce you to our hands-on science activity for this Family Day, recycled paper seed balls. Before we get started, here is some brief information about Earth Day. Earth Day is an annual celebration that raises awareness and appreciation for the Earth's environment. The celebration began in spring of 1970 as Gaylord Nelson organized demonstrations to raise awareness on protecting the environment. As a result, Earth Day is now observed on April 22nd and is the largest environmental event worldwide. What is great about Earth Day is that everyone comes together for a significant cause, but most importantly, everyone advocates in their own unique way. Many people often organize activities such as picking up trash, clearing parking lots, and cleaning benches. For that reason, I thought it would be fun to use recycled materials to help us plant some plants this Earth Day. To get started, let's pull our supplies. So I'm going to show you everything you need on screen. First, you'll need some old paper. I chose some old worksheets, but you can use newspaper, junk mail, whatever you have lying around your house. The next thing you'll need is some seeds. I have some leftover wildflower seeds, so that's what I'm using. Next, you'll need a plastic bin, and this is for soaking the paper we're going to rip up. And then finally, you'll need some bowls and some water. These are just the bowls I have. You can use whatever size you have available. And finally, you'll need some water. So make sure to have that. You'll need more than what you see on screen, but just know you'll need water. Started, we're going to grab some materials, that recycled paper and the plastic bin. So you're going to want to take that paper and rip it up into really tiny shreds in the plastic bin. So you're going to see me doing that, but I really recommend doing shreds that are as tiny as possible, but if not, don't sweat it, just rip the paper. We're going to use that recycled paper in a second. As you can see here, I'm still ripping up a bunch of paper don't be afraid to use a lot of paper that you have lying around that you're not going to use again. Just keep ripping it again, try to make the tears as small as possible, but don't sweat it, just do your best. You've ripped up all of that paper. So what you'll want to do is grab another container and a bowl with water. You can keep the paper in the same container you have, just know it might get a little messy. So as you see on screen, I'm about to pour water into the container, and you're going to want to let it soak for as long as possible. They usually recommend an hour to 3 hours during that time, but do whatever works best for you. Just know the longer you soak your paper, the easier it will be to work with. Soak. I've drained all the water out. I did that off screen, and you're just going to want to mix the wet paper and turn it kind of pulpy, get it as small as possible again. But again, don't sweat this, it just makes working with the paper a little bit easier. So as you see, I'm messing with it, and part of what I'm going to do now is after I've shredded it up as small as possible, I'm going to take it and I'm going to form a ball with the paper. So I'm going to form it in the container. That works the best for me, but again, you can pull it outside of the container and just use your hands. Just know it gets a little messy. So I'm grabbing that ball and I'm going to form it, but also squeeze out any excess water. So I recommend doing that at this point in the container you've used. And once you have that ball, place it inside a bowl, formed as best as possible, and we're going to put the seeds inside of the ball. bowl with the paper ball, and I'm gonna roll it around until the seeds stick. You can use as many or as little as you'd like. And you can see my ball is kind of falling apart because it's wet, and that is normal. So once you have the seeds attached, try to reform it and keep the seeds attached to the paper ball, and you're just going to let it air dry in the bowl for at least 3 days. It's going to take a while for it to dry, but just keep in mind that you want to leave it in here so it can dry on its own. And then once you've done that, you're done. You've made your seed ball. Here's our final product, a dried seed ball. If you guys had a ton of fun with this, make sure to share anything you've created with the hashtag Bruce Museum with your adults' help and permission. And please, if you're looking for more digital content, visit our website, www.brucemuseum.org. Bye, friends!